Ever heard of the Great Sheffield Flood? Probably not, and that's the problem. On March 11, 1864, a massive dam called the Dale Dyke burst just hours after being filled for the first time. Within minutes, 700 million gallons of water surged down the Loxley Valley, obliterating everything in its path. Entire families were swept away in their sleep. It was one of the deadliest disasters in Victorian Britain, yet it's barely mentioned in history books. The flood struck at night, catching thousands off guard. The water roared through the Loxley and Don valleys, reaching Sheffield city centre in under an hour. Over 240 people died, including entire families. More than 600 homes were destroyed, and 15 bridges were swept away. Survivors described hearing a sound like thunder before the wave hit. The sheer speed and force of the flood left little time for escape, turning a quiet night into a nightmare. So, who was to blame? The dam was built by the Sheffield Waterworks Company, and its failure was due to poor design and rushed construction. Engineers ignored warning signs. Cracks had appeared hours before the collapse. A public inquiry followed, but no one was held criminally responsible. The company paid compensation, but many victims received little. The disaster exposed the dangers of unchecked industrial expansion and the lack of accountability in Victorian-era infrastructure projects. Despite its scale, the Great Sheffield Flood faded from national memory. Why? It didn't fit the narrative of Victorian progress. Britain was building an empire, and stories of engineering failure didn't sell. Local newspapers covered it extensively, but national outlets moved on quickly. Memorials exist in Sheffield, but few outside the region know the story. It's a stark reminder of how history often forgets tragedies that challenge the myth of unstoppable progress. Today, the Dale Dyke Dam has been rebuilt, and Sheffield thrives. But the flood's legacy lingers in local memory. It changed how Britain approached dam safety and urban planning, yet it remains a cautionary tale buried under layers of industrial pride. Remembering the Great Sheffield Flood isn't just about honouring the dead, it's about learning from the past. Because when we forget disasters, we risk repeating them, and this one deserves to be remembered.